Unajua kwa sasa ya muhimu ni hatuna makamu wa rais, kwa sababu vile wamejaribu kutegua Gachagua kutoka kwa kiti na kumweka Kindiki, hiyo bado mahakama imesimamisha, haijaendelea. Na wengine wanafikiria pengine Kindiki atakula kiapo hii wiki, lakini bado mambo bado. Na ya muhimu ni kwamba leo utaona kama koti ya rufaa naenda kusikiza ombi la Gachagua na mawakili wake kama ya kuteuliwa kwa hao majaji wa kusikiza hiyo kesi ilifanywa kwa njia ambayo inafuata sheria, kwa sababu waliteuliwa na msaidizi wa jaji mkuu, na katika sheria wamekuwa wakisema kwamba ni jaji mkuu mwenyewe, Chief Justice, anaweza chagua wale ambao wanasikiza kesi kama hii, constitute a bench. Na mbeleni kulikuwa na kesi wakati wa mama ambao walienda kotini kusema kwamba bunge haijafika ile namba ambayo inatakikana ya wanawake, na msaidizi wa jaji mkuu aliweza kuconstitute bench tu kama hii ya Gachagua. Wakaenda kwa koti ya rufaa. Wakati wameenda huko juu, koti ya rufaa ilisema kwamba hii kesi ambayo hii bench ambayo iliwekwa na msaidizi wa jaji mkuu hawezi sikizwa mpaka pili isikizwe, na wakapata stay. Hiyo kesi tangu 2021 mpaka leo haijasikizwa. Sasa leo ni bunge ndio inataka koti ambayo imeteuliwa na msaidizi wa jaji mkuu isikize kesi yao. The shoe is on the other foot. Sasa hao pia wamepatikana, na hili ni kitu ambacho itaweka mahakama kwa sehemu ya tata sana, kwa sababu kama ile walisimamisha kuendelea kwa kesi na High Court ili wapate nafasi ya kuangalia kama msaidizi wa jaji mkuu anaweza teua majaji kusikiza kesi, basi hata hapa kwa Gachagua pia ni hivyo hivyo. Inawezekanaje msaidizi wa jaji mkuu ateue bench ambayo inasikiza kesi dhidi ya Gachagua? Pia tunaangalia kama kesi inafuatilia zile rules ambazo zimepewa mbeleni, basi hata hii ya Gachagua pia wasimamishe, hii mambo isikizwe kwa pili, ndio mambo endelee. Sasa vile wanawake waliteseka kukosa kupata representation vile inatakikana kwa katiba, pia hata hii ya Kindiki wangoje kidogo.
Labda wakili, tukiongelea jaji mkuu watu wamekuwa wanasema kwamba labda jaji mkuu anajaribu kukwepa hii kesi, ndio maana ameacha naibu wake.
Hiyo inaweza kuwa kwamba pengine anakwepa hii kesi, hataki mkono wake uonekane, lakini wakati alichukua kiapo ya kwamba atakuwa jaji mkuu alisema atafanya justice, haki, bila ya hofia yoyote, without fear or favor. So ni jukumu lake kufanya kazi yake, kwa sababu tangu watu wameanza kuzungumza hii mambo ya msaidizi wa jaji mkuu constitute bench, bona jaji mkuu azitokeze aseme sawa, basi acha mimi nifanye ni constitute bench, kesi isikizwe. So inakaa jaji mkuu mwenyewe anaogopa, kuna wasiwasi, hataki kuteua bench, hataki kuingilia hii mambo, na sisi tunasema inafaa ingilia, afanye kazi yake hata kama naogopa, kwa sababu alichukua kiapo ya kwamba atafanya mambo ya haki bila uoga wowote.
Pia juzi nilikuwa kotini nikasikia mmoja wa mawakili akisema kwamba wananchi hawakupewa nafasi ya kuzungumza kwa hii kesi ya kung'atuliwa kwa naibu wa rais. Labda unaonaje swala hili?
Unajua, ukiangalia vile hata walifanya public participation, maoni ya wananchi haikufanywa vizuri, kwa sababu sehemu zingine unapata kwamba kulikuwa na fujo, na pia fursa ambayo walipewa wananchi kuzungumza, kwa maoni yangu haikuwa inatosha. Na hata maono ya Gachagua mwenyewe katika hii kesi haikupelekwa kwa wananchi. Jibu lake kwa kosa ambayo alikuwa ameshtakiwa nayo haikupelekwa kwa wananchi. So wakati unaenda kwa wananchi tu na side ya mtu mmoja, inaonyesha kwamba umeegea sehemu moja. Wangepea wananchi fursa ya kusikiza yale ambayo Gachagua ameshtakiwa nayo, na pia yeye anasema dhidi ya hizo mashtaka, ili wananchi waweze kupata kwamba wako na fair opportunity ya kusikiza pande zote.
watu wengi walikuwa wanasema kufa makanga kwa dereva Ruto na naibu wake wale nyumbani. Maoni yako ni?
Kufa makanga
Kwa dereva.
nayo. Wote waende. Kwa sababu shida ambayo tuko nayo hapa nchini si Gachagua. Shida ambayo tuko nayo nchini ni uchumi. Na ni haya policies za Kenya Kwanza kiongozwa na William Ruto mwenyewe ambayo yameleta hii utata katika jamii kwa wananchi. Sasa kama tumetoa makanga tumemtupa nje na dereva bado anaendesha hiyo gari kwa njia ambayo isiyofaa, bado tutakufa tu. So kufa makanga, kufa dereva nayo.
Yeah, in English. Do you believe President not the right thing to nominate Kindiki?
I believe that Kindiki is not qualified to become the deputy president. Because if you look at Article 137 of the Constitution, the qualifications of a deputy president are set out there. For anybody to be nominated, you must meet the minimum qualifications of the deputy president. And also included are the disqualifications. What standards that if anybody meets, they are not qualified. So number one, for example, Salva Kiir is not qualified to be president of Kenya because he's South Sudanese. Because the Article 137 says you must be a Kenyan citizen, you must be a registered voter, you must have minimum education qualifications, university degree, and you must not be a state officer serving at the time. Kindiki was a CS or is a CS of Interior as at this time. He ought to have resigned 6 months before his nomination. He did not resign. So he cannot cherry pick. He cannot have his cake and eat it. Having failed to resign 6 months before, then why does he want to benefit from it? There are 50 other million Kenyans from which a pool of potential nominees can be picked to serve in that particular office. So he should resign and then maybe wait after 6 months to be considered to be a deputy president if the position will still be vacant. But at this particular point, it's an illegality. And William Ruto, in attempting to go to IEBC to get a clearance, because IEBC is the body invested with the responsibility to determine if a person meets the qualifications of the Constitution. He went to IEBC's Marjan. Marjan is not IEBC. The Supreme Court has said before, even in the VI case, IEBC can only perform its functions when it has commissioners that can constitute a quorum. We don't have a chairperson, we don't have commissioners. So the functions of IEBC cannot be performed by Marjan. That is why in Ubunja constituency, in Magarini constituency, and in several other wards and constituencies, we have not had by-elections because Marjan cannot conduct those elections. That is why when the Gen Zs went to IEBC to start the process of recalling the members of parliament, Marjan told them the IEBC is not constituted to perform the functions of the commission. So you have to wait until the commissioner is in place before we can start the recall process for members of parliament. When the IEBC did not exist when Gen Zs wanted it, the same IEBC does not exist when William Ruto wants it. And Marjan cannot perform the functions of IEBC when it comes to William Ruto. When it comes to Gen Z, he says no. There is no IEBC that can conduct any election at this particular point, including clearing candidates to be considered for elections. So how did it clear Kindiki to be considered as a candidate for deputy president and to be voted for by Parliament National Assembly as they did? His election, his nomination are all illegal, null, and void.
What do you believe is suitable?
If Gachagua fails today, number one, Gachagua should be happy that he's now been excused from the failures of Kenya Kwanza. Maybe in future, we will not be saying that Gachagua was part of the people who caused this pain. We will forgive you. But the only person suitable to become deputy president so far is Willis Otieno, the running mate to Jimmy Wanjiki. Team Jimmy Willie, Safi Sana, na Wanjiki. That is what we believe in, because we believe that the problem of this nation today is the economy. And we invite anybody who desires to occupy these offices to tell us what is their belief, what is their strength, what is their position on the economy. Are they able to understand the problem and articulate it and tell the people a tangible solution to that economic pain? As we have said it, the elephant in the room is odious debt. They are taking illegal debts and they are coming to force Kenyans get money out of their pockets to pay for those illegal debts. As we are saying, we will not pay any debt that was taken illegally, and we have the courage and the conviction not to pay it. The Kenyan people will decide if they want to pay it. As we are saying, don't pay. Won't pay, can't pay. Our debt stock today is 11 trillion. Of that 11 trillion, how much of it was passed by Parliament? And how much of that did the money come into Kenya? If the money did not come into Kenya, why should I ask Kenyans to pay for it? The people who took the money should pay for it. The banks should deal with their own problems. Why did they do due diligence? Why did they take this money? Can't pay, won't pay. And look at everybody else in the political scene. Who can take such a strong position and commitment that they will not pay this illegal debt? What is legal, we will pay. What is illegal, what is odious, the Nibandia, we will not pay. And once you get a relief on the debt, then even the people must feel it in their pockets. Because now I will not have the appetite to collect more taxes from their pockets. I will not have the appetite to increase taxes, charges, and levies. Fuel should come down to 8% VAT, not 16% as it is today. We should not be raising pay as you earn at 35% or 32% or 30% or something. We should give people the relief that comes with not paying the illegal odious debt that William Ruto has been taking.
There is this rumor that Weta is next. He's the one to be impeached next. What do you think?
Those Kenya Kwanzas, they're eating each other, we celebrate. We'll be ready with our popcorns. If Weta, because what has Weta served? You don't see him serving the people of Kenya in that particular way. Everything he does it to the service of William Ruto. If he decides to eat him for breakfast, we'll take our seats and enjoy the show.
Still on the motion, maybe where do you see Kenya?
It's going to be a very tough next few years. I am not sure whether Kenyans will have the patience to wait for another 3 years. Because the last 2 years have been almost like hell on earth. So if you think that another 3 years is remaining, it's going to be tough. And the resilience of the people of Kenya is going to be tested. And if Kenya Kwanza does not change the trajectory of this economy, you will see people going back to the streets like they've done before. Next time, if people go back to the streets, I'm telling you, there'll be a revolution in this country. Because this pain is too much. It is causing people to lose their lives, people are losing opportunities, and people are wasting their productive years. Because if you are between age 24 to age 45, and these are your most productive years, you're not able to engage in active production. When will you ever even have social security retirement? You are wasted years. So it means your entire life has been wasted. So the next 3 years is going to be a very tough period because William Ruto has already promised he wants to raise tax like they charge in Japan. So he wants to raise the Japanese tax, but not provide the Japanese services to the people of Kenya. These Kenyans don't have money in their pockets. What will they do? Just like when they brought the finance bill in 2024, the people went to parliament, 90% said no, 100% said no, don't increase, they increased. People went to the streets. And I think they are going to bring another finance bill in January 2025. That will be the test if the people of Kenya are angry enough to come out, or they will allow William to do whatever he wants to.
The promises they are saying like it's not the way they found it. Do you think all this is not?
You know, when you talk about Tunga Brothers, for example, you must understand what they've done. They've simply reduced the circulation in the economy. So even if the price of Unga has come down to 100 bob, you don't have that 100 bob. You can't access it. Still hard to come by. So that is what they've done. So they've not reduced anything. They've mopped up, they've borrowed at high rates, and they're taking up all the money that's circulating in the economy. People cannot access the money. So if you want to know an economy is stable, you only test it in the pockets. People don't have money. People are struggling to get even 100 Kenyan shillings. That is the problem. So don't tell us about semantics, don't show us graphs. Just ask us, do we have money in our pockets? If the answer is no, then the economy is not stable. If we have jobs, do we have jobs? We saw people killing over 10,000 Kenyans, killing for 3,000 jobs in Qatar. They're not even told what job they're going to do, but they're killing. People are desperate to leave this country, to go and look for jobs outside. Not because they want to go to, but just because there are no opportunities here. Many of our people are qualified from colleges, universities, tertiary institutions, are not able to get jobs that are commensurate with their qualifications. That is. It's an answer to increase the term of parent to 7 years. Kenyans want service. Kenyans don't want a lot of other. We are not looking for a king to lead us. And that thing will be rejected. If members of parliament think they can pass it, we invite them to bring it to the referendum because it must go to a referendum. We hope they pass it in parliament and bring that bill to the people. It will be flawed early in the morning. In fact, they will lose that badly. We've been waiting for an opportunity to have a referendum so that we can show Kenya Kwanza where the true feelings of the people are today. Thank you.